Scientific study of Vedas, class 20, creation of universe starting from Brahma. Today we are going to explain the first step that is taking place in the creation of universe. We have already seen that before creation there was only that Brahman which is Nirguna, because Brahman exists now also. It is Nirguna Brahman. That means it has no qualities, no desire or anything like that. It remains as such. Still it is remaining. It has a tendency to remain in that state itself. So it is Sattva Guna. That is as per Newton's first law. It has a tendency to remain in that position. And after that, when the time came for creation, there appears a desire in Brahman to create this universe. So there comes the Veda or science that is required for creation of this universe. Then we have seen that a plan was then developed which is known as Paramatma. Based on this plan, the creation is going to take place. So behind this creation there is the science, required science, and the required planning, which is essential for any process that is to be started and completed smoothly. That is what we have seen till now. Now the creation is going to start because everything is ready, science is ready, that a plan for creation is ready, and the input which is required is coming from this Brahma. Input is from Brahma, but at the same time we know, as per Veda, if we take anything from Brahma, the quantity will not change. That is the only one thing that is different from our modern science. So it is called parascience. In parascience, if we take anything from Brahman, that Brahman will remain as such. To create, if you take the full Brahman itself, then that Brahman remains as such. So is it a Sattva Guna, and now the creation starts. Science is there, and it is based on science and also based on the principle or that plan Paramatma. The creation is going to take place. Now let us see how it started. Let us go to Rigveda Mandal 5, Sukta 4 of 22. Let us see what it says.
ഋഗ്വേദം മണ്ഡലം 5 സൂക്തം 22-4. ഋഷി അത്രിവംശജൻ വിശ്വസാമാവ് ദേവതാഗ്നി ഛന്ദസ് തൃഷ്ടുപ്പ് പങ്ക്തി. അഗ്നേ ചിഹിത്വസ്യ ന ഇദം വജഃ സഹസ്വ തം താസു ക്ഷിപ്രദെമ്പദേ സ്തോമൈർ വർത്തന്ത്യ അത്രയോ ഗീർഭി ശുംഭന്ത്യ അത്രയഃ.
This Agni or energy possesses the shape of our chin and nose. What it means? Chin is in the downward curve, and the nose is in the upward curve. So the energy came out, the creative force or energy came out in the form of a chin and a nose. So that is the first thing. Now let us go to another sutta in Yajurveda, that is 8 of Sutta 30. Now let us see what it says.
യജുർവേദം അധ്യായം 13 മന്ത്രം 8 ഋഷി ഹിരണ്യഗർഭ ദേവത സൂര്യ ചന്ദ നൃജത് അനുഷ്ടുപ്പ് സ്വര ഗാന്ധാര വാമീരോചനേ ദിവോ വാ സൂര്യസ്യ രശ്മിഷു യേഷാമപ്സു സദസത്കൃതം തേഭ്യ സർവേ സർപ്പേഭ്യോ നമഃ.
It says this flow of energy in the form of a snake or the movement of a snake, that is called sarpagadi, snake's movement. It is in the form of a sarpagadi or snake movement, and that is it is the waveform. Actually what it says is it is in a waveform. That's energy, the energy behind this creation, starting point of creation, that came from this Nirguna Brahma, is in the form of a waveform, that is Sarpagadi, snake's movement direction, snake's movement likewise, and that is there in everything, that is including in energy, sun and in water. It says this Sarpagadi, that this waveform either in everything that formed in this universe, that is the fundamental thing behind this creation. From this everything is created, including solid, liquid, gas and energy, sun and everything. That means this waveform is the fundamental thing in everything. We know everything is made up of matter and energy, and matter can be converted into energy. So energy is in the form of wave. That means this is the fundamental thing from which this universe was created. So now based on this, we can now analyze it based on these facts. We know at this time of starting there was a thing that is called Brahman, that is Nirguna. Nirguna means it has no qualities, or it is in stationary position, so it obeys Newton's first law of motion. That is, it has a tendency to contain in the stable state. That is Sattva Guna. You remain in that state till the creation begins. So we can consider this as the starting point. This is stable. This remain as such. This is Brahman itself, a portion of Brahman that came out from Brahman. This is stable state, so it is in Sattva position, or it obeys Newton's first law of motion. Then there came an desire to create a universe, and from this an driving force came out. This driving force is represented by this line. It is Sarpagati in the form of a shape. That is the creative force. So it obeys Newton's first law, second law, that is F is equal to mass into acceleration. That force is called, that creative force is called, as per Veda, Rajoguna. So the starting point of creation is from this Sattva Guna. From a point, we can imagine it as a point anywhere in the universe, and there came a force called Rajoguna, that is a force which obeys Newton's second law of motion. That is the force. Immediately, everything is created in dual as a pair with the opposite characteristics. That is, as per Veda, everything is created in dual with opposite characteristics. And as per Newton's third law, every action, this is a force, there is an equal force. So there came in the opposite direction another force in the opposite direction. This is reaction. This is force responsible for the creation of this universe, and this is the reaction that also is part of this. These two are in pair. So these are in opposite direction. So at the point it is steady, that is Sattva-guna. So Newton's first law applicable here, Newton's second law applicable here, Newton's third law applicable here. As per Veda, this is Sattva-guna, this is Rajo-guna, this is Tamo-guna. So this is the shape of a wave. That means at the start, a creative force or a driving force came out, along with a negative force also came out, and these two form a wave shape that is called Sarpagati. Sarpa means snake, Gadi means movement. So this wave travel in the form of a sarpa or snake. In modern science, this is wave. So the creative force, this is the part which is the fundamental thing from which all other things are formed. The starting point is this one, Nirguna Brahma. At the time of creation, a force emerged from it in the form of a driving force. We can call it as a driving force emerged from it in the form of a wave. And that is the fundamental. That wave is energy, a driving energy, a driving force. We can call it in innate. I am going to call it as driving force. And this wave, in Veda it is called Sarpagati, snake movement, in that way. From this, all the electron, proton, everything is created. That means from energy, matter is formed. From this, all the things are created. So it is the building block of every material in the universe. That is what Veda says through the Sukta. All things contains this Sarpagati or waveform, that is energy. So the starting point of creation is Brahman itself. From this emerges a wave in the form of driving force. Its objective is to create the universe as per plan. The objective of Brahman was to create a universe. So this also is a form of science. Energy is in the form of wave. That is a science thing. So science is there. Based on this science, it is going to convert this energy into matter, and then from the matter or building block of other materials like electron, proton, etc. From these atoms are going to form, and this universe is finally formed. So this is the building block, this Sarpagati. Now let us, this is flowing like the movement of snake. Now let us go through other steps in the next class.